Attention, please.
Attention, please.
Good morning, San Franciscans.
Good morning.
We will not be deterred in memory of Sandy Hook, in memory of Boston. We stand as San Franciscans, and just like in 1906, we're moving to another place. We are making chicken salad out of chicken bleep. You don't understand that, right? So here's how we're going to start. We're going to start with a great flourish from our San Francisco Conservatory of Trumpeteers. Nicely done. How about a nice hand for him right there? And now, because it is 5:11, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a minute of silence for everyone who was involved in 1906. And also in honor of our survivors, we have great wreaths back here. A moment of silence. A minute of silence begins now.
Moment of silence.
There is our minute of silence for survivors and sirens. There it is, to remember those who perished and those who survived to rebuild San Francisco. And now, we are going to cut to our great trumpeteers again to all sing San Francisco. You remember how it goes?
Yes.
Some of you should sing, some of you shouldn't, but let's give it a shot. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of the 24th year of producing this fine event, here's a couple of minutes of the fabulous Lee Housekeeper. Let's hear it for Lee.
In just a few short minutes, 107 years ago, this city was devastated. Devastated by the earthquake, devastated by the gas fires that followed. There was nothing. There was no internet. There was no cell phones. There's no phones. People gathered at Lotta's fountain. We're gathering here today to honor those who survived, those who perished, and those who built this city out of the ashes. So please, with me, sing again as we hold up the memorial to our fallen comrades, three of whom are alive today and watching from home: George Carlucci, Bill Del Monte, and Winnie Hook, to all of them and to our longtime friend and sponsor, Chuck Huggins. Yes. San Francisco, please.
Yeah.
Who's a quick starter on San Francisco? Lotta Crabtree. Lotta Crabtree.
It only takes a tiny corner of this great big world to find the place you love. Come on, everybody.
My home upon the hill, I find I love you still. I've been away, but now I'm back to tell you.
Is hot soup ready right now? Yeah. Courtesy of City College of San Francisco's great culinary department. They are located where, Lee? Where? Where? Where's our soup? You know. Who knows? Who knows where the hot soup is?
Over there.
Down there. Right here on Post Street. Is that where it is? Yeah. Hot soup for everybody, but no one should go yet.
On Geary.
All right. Hot soup on Geary. Okay, good. But first, some words of wisdom from our supervisors. Take us to our leaders, London, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm London Breed representing District 5, and I'm just happy to be here today. And we're doing today what San Franciscans do best. We're improvising. We had a situation. We made
Lemonade out of lemon.
We made, actually, soup out of lemonade. So I just want everyone to just remember back then, just the fact that the city was extremely dark. I know some of you remember '89, where the city was dark, and there wasn't, luckily we had an incredible fire department because of the lessons learned from 1906. And today, I think our fire department and our police department are the strongest public safety units anywhere. And I know in any situation, we can get through it because it's what we do as San Franciscans. So thank you all for being here today. And my colleague, President David Chu.
Let's hear it for the board president, David Chu.
Good morning, San Francisco. I can't believe all you guys are here in 1906. I want to welcome you to the heart of my district here in District 3. We all know that in 1906, this was the heart of the city. And this was ground zero for where 80% of our city burned down with the Great Fire. And I want to thank all of you for being part of the commemoration of this. I, of course, want to thank our men and women in uniform from our fire department and our police department who have sacrificed over the years and have been part of our early response system to any future. I have to tell you, when the alarm woke up this morning, I didn't exactly know what was going on. And I think that was appropriate because we know that when the earthquake happened, there was a great deal of confusion. And I'm so glad that today, unlike 1906, we are much better prepared. But that being said, I'm going to tell you, I still have nightmares that at some point in the near future, we know that there's a 2 in 3 probability that the great one's going to hit us in the next 30 years. That I've got a 92-year-old grandmother, an Italian grandmother in North Beach, who may not be prepared. I've got hundreds of monolingual immigrant Chinese families living 3, 4, 5 to a room a few blocks from here in Chinatown who may not be prepared. And so thank you for being part of San Francisco that is ready for the big one. Mayor Lee is going to be here with us shortly. He's going to help us sign a piece of legislation that Supervisor Wiener and I worked with him on, that many of you worked with us on, to make sure that the 3,000 soft-story buildings that still are in need of a retrofit, that have 58,000 folks who live in them, that have 7,000 business folks who are working in them, get repaired. And I want to thank Patrick Ottolini and many of you. I want to thank our DEM officials who worked with us to get that done. And with that, let me turn it over to my tallest colleague, Supervisor Scott Wiener, representing the heart of Castro, Noe Valley, and other great neighborhoods a little due west of here. Supervisor Wiener.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. You know, this city, we know how to get things done, and this is just one more example. We rebuilt after the earthquake. We're going to be ready for the next one, and we're going to rebuild from that one as well. And I look forward to seeing you all in my district at Dolores Park, where we can do part 2 of the commemoration. I know we're going to be able to get it done, and it's great that we do this every year. And I just want to say how proud I am that we were able to get the soft story legislation done. Earthquake preparedness is never easy. It's always controversial, but it's so important, and we did it. So thank you, everyone.
Before we bring our mayor up, before that, a quick word from the Department of Emergency Services, a nice hand for Ann Cronenberg.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. You know, the entire theme of the federal government now and the city of San Francisco is summed up in one word, and we showed it this morning: resilience. We were resilient in 1906, we were resilient in 1989, and will be resilient the next time we have an earthquake, because we love San Francisco. We're ready. We are prepared. Each and every one of you needs to be prepared. At home, at work, we are going to bounce back from any kind of tragedy. This morning we had a very tiny thing, but look how flexible we were. Here we are. Resilience is what it's about. Thank you so much for coming.
All right. We're making do. San Francisco is so lucky to have 2 native-born San Franciscans in charge of our police and fire department. The first person I'd like to introduce to you is a terrific woman from a terrific family of San Franciscans. Would you please welcome Chief of the Fire Department, Joanne Hayes White, everybody.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Bob. Thanks for coming out. This is a great crowd as we commemorate and celebrate 107 years. I'm proud to continue to be serving as your San Francisco Fire Chief. We have members of our NERT program here. Thank you so much for stepping up, as well as members of the San Francisco Fire Department. And on behalf of the members of the San Francisco Fire Department, we are proud of this city. We're proud of the city's resilience. And today is a perfect opportunity to remind everybody the importance, and particularly under this mayor who truly gets it, the importance of preparedness and always being a good neighbor to one another in terms of helping each other out, knowing everyone's emergency plan, having plans for your families, if you're not together, for your pets, and so forth. We're also grateful to have 3 of our members of the Board of Supervisors. I think that may be a record, so thank you very much to the supervisor. It's early, they work hard. President Chu, Supervisor Wiener, and our newest supervisor, former Fire Commissioner London Breed. So thank you everyone for coming out. A big shout out to the Murphy family that's here. I think there's 8 or 10 of the Murphys. We have the Murphy family and the Morris family, I should say, too. Mike Morris is going to be retiring after 37 or so years. He's our chief at the airport. So this is what our great city's about, is about history and never forgetting our history, and the resolve of the citizens that very morning in 1906 to come back and restore our beautiful city. So thank you very much. Bob, over to you.
Thank you very much, Chief. And to show you I can introduce more than just Irish people here this morning, a nice hand for our terrific police chief, another great native, Mr. Greg Sir. Chief Greg Sir.
I appreciate everybody's patience this morning. If you haven't heard, the device is not dangerous. The bomb squad just code forwarded it, and they'll be opening up Market Street shortly. But again, I think you should give yourselves a hand this morning. It just shows our resilience, right? We're not going to be denied our traditions. This is important to remember what happened. But again, our level of preparedness even got a little bit better just this morning. So I want to just echo what the fire chief said. I mean, we continue to prepare all the time. We have a mayor who's, I know, it's all about resiliency and getting back to where we were whenever, if and when it happens. So with that, I'm gonna give it over to Bob to give a big introduction to the boss.
That's right. Thank you, Chief. All right, you know what? The mayor we need for tomorrow is the mayor we have today. Would you please welcome Mayor Ed Lee, everybody? Let's hear it.
Thank you, Bob. Good morning, everyone. I thought when Bob said he was going to introduce more Irish people, he was about to introduce me. But anyway, I'm really glad to join all of you again. I was so looking forward to being at Lotta's fountain. That's my way of checking up on DPW, whether they fix it, every year, make sure the water's running. But again, I want to thank you for coming together at the 170th anniversary. Not only is it a great celebration, it is a constant reminder. As of today, we're continuing to be ready all the time. I am so glad to be working with DEM, with Ann, and with the both chiefs, the departments, the men and women, and all of our emergency and public safety. We are alerted, we're on it, and even today after we speak, we're signing in legislation that the entire Board of Supervisors, and certainly those that are with us this morning, evidence that we continue to work hard to make sure our city is safe. Soft story buildings is the next up, and then we do a top off today at the Public Safety Building for the bonds. So we're on it, we're continue working, being vigilant. This is the way we honor all of our survivors, the people that continue to remind us about the earthquake and what we can be doing today to save more lives. Thank you again for coming together on this great anniversary. Donna, it's great to see you again, everybody.
I think we need a little more levity here. I know Emperor Norton is hanging around. Where's the Emperor?
Right there.
Emperor, would you please come up and give us a proclamation? Emperor Norton, everybody. Let's hear it.
Oh, they're somewhere around here. So to commemorate this wonderful day, let us all declare throughout the empire Earthquake Preparedness Day in our wonderful city. And I invite you all to come after the painting of the fire hydrant at Church and 20th for a Bloody Mary brunch at Lefty O'Douls. And you may try paying with some of my money.
All right. Emperor Norton, let's hear it for him.
All
right. It is right now time to turn over to Mayor Lee because we're going to announce the soft story legislation. The mayor's going to outline the soft story and introduce, well, we've already had some other remarks. We're going to sign that legislation right over here, stage left. Is that right? Yep. Very good.
Board of Supervisors in a unanimous vote, led, of course, by our President David Chu and Scott Wiener's here, London Breed's here as well, and hope we're not missing anybody else.
We're the only ones got up this early.
And then, of course, our earthquake czar, Patrick Ottolini, and then, of course, our city engineer, Public Works. We're all together on this. Mandatory soft story building ordinance certainly will make our soft story buildings have a backbone that will stand firm against any earthquake shaking. And this is what we've learned through many years of study since not only 1906 but the 1989 Loma Prieta. And I signed this not only for the ordinance itself and the things that we have to do, but we have over 200 projects that have been underway because the voters also know that we've got to do a lot more preparation. And we'll continue doing this, but I'm glad that the board had hearings. This ordinance also takes care of tenants who feel that maybe the cost pass-throughs might hurt them, and we've devised a plan to assist them, assist anyone that's needed some economic help. Average building will spend between $60,000 to about $130,000. And I want to thank DBI, Tom Huey's here. I think everybody's been involved to make sure we preserve our housing stock, allow tenants who are long-term here that if there is a seismic event, because of this ordinance and their implementation, they will stay in our city and make sure that they survive and not be hurt by the soft story building structure. So with that, are we ready to sign? All right, let's get it done.
Okay, no flash.
There we go.
Yay.